The 2009 Pokemon World Champion played an exhibition match against the 2015 World Champion and won with a really unique team featuring Toxicroak and Empoleon. And I really want to try out this team and see how well these Pokemon could perform. This is a unique build from the 2009 World Champion featuring some of his favorites from that era, which was Toxicroak and Empoleon. You have Choice Specs Empoleon, which is able to do a lot of damage with the Surf and the competitive. So if you are getting intimidated by like Incineroar or other Pokemon that would like to lower the attack stats of the Toxicroak and the Wellspring Ogerpon, then that competitive is going to power up the Empoleon, allowing it to do massive damage with those Surfs, which also allows the Toxicroak and the Ogerpon to heal with their abilities in Dry Skin and Water Absorb, being able to heal, dish out a lot of damage with the Toxicroak, and potentially allowing Ogerpon to continue setting up with the Swords Dance or the Follow Me's. Otherwise, with these Pokemon, you also have the double Intimidate factor from the Rocky Helmet Salamence with Tailwind for speed control, as well as Hisuian Arcanine that helps these Pokemon, and being able to burn would really allow the bulk on the Toxicroak and the Wellspring Ogerpon to go even further. And finally, to round out the team, we have the special attack booster Flutter Mane with Terra Water. A lot of this team does have a defensive typing for Surf, so in case you are locked in the Surf, it's not a huge deal because you are able to resist it with a Terra or with either the Dry Skin or Water Absorb Pokemon. That Taunt on the Flutter Mane able to help shut down Amoonguss from preventing it for Spores, Trick or Thieves, and even more, while dishing out heavy damage with Moonblast and Shadow Ball. If you would like to check out the details of the team and the creator, they'll be linked in the description down below. Amoonguss, Roaring Moon, Incineroar, Flutter Mane, Raging Bolt, and Wellspring Ogerpon. Alright, this is the New Balance team with Roaring Moon. How do I want to approach this one? Because Roaring Moon, I don't think it's that big of a problem. We do have quite a few answers. I do really like the Hisuian Arcanine here. Really good in Incineroar, Amoonguss, the Roaring Moon, as well as Flutter Mane. It's actually really good. So Hisuian Arcanines are really strong against those. Empoleons are really good here too. There is the Raging Bolt I do have to be concerned about, but otherwise it's pretty solid overall. I do think I want to bring Empoleon in case. I mean, I think Raging Bolt would be a lead. So I could lead the Flutter Mane if I want to, but I don't think it's really necessary. You know what? Actually, I want to lead Incineroar. I want to lead Incineroar plus the Arcanine. I think that's a pretty good lead. Maybe I could bait out the Incineroar on their side to come if they want to bring it, but it's in the back for the Intimidate. Bringing the Empoleon for that competitive boost, and then Flutter Mane in the back. Wellspring Ogerpon doesn't do too much damage here. Follow Me is not too bad, but if I could Spiky Shield maneuver, it's nice. It's not really when it's directed by Roaring Moon Acrobatics, and I'm a little bit worried about if I ended up bringing. I don't think my other Pokemon was really good here. I actually don't remember what it was at the current moment, but I do think that these four are pretty solid overall into the team. So we're gonna see Raging Bolt plus Ogerpon lead, which I did expect the Raging Bolt lead, so this is perfect. I do lead the Hisuian Arcanine and the Toxicroak, and not a bad position. I think overall, I don't know if they're going to bring in Incineroar or not, but I do like the idea of just going hard into the Empoleon for the Hisuian Arcanine slot, and maybe just going to go for a lot of things. I could go for a Fake Out into the Raging Bolt, or I could go for a Gunk Shot immediately. I think I'm going to go for a Fake Out into Raging Bolt. I think it's pretty safe. I'm just trying to cover if Incineroar wants to switch in, because I think Incineroar is a very good switch here. But then again, the speed order, I'm pretty sure Ogerpon, it would be this. I'm pretty sure Ogerpon is faster than my Hisuian Arcanine. This Hisuian Arcanine's bulky, it's not fast. So I'm pretty sure that Ogerpon would switch out. I don't get a competitive boost, but it's not like a terrible position. But also this absorbs the Ivy Cudgel, so I don't think this is too bad either. As we'll bring out the Empoleon, let's see what they decide to do here. We're gonna see a Terra immediately. Yeah, this might be Terra Ogerpon to avoid a Gunk Shot from the Toxicroak, but no, it's actually Terra on the. Okay, Terra on the Raging Bolt for Terra Electric Pressure immediately, which I am okay with. I don't think that's bad for me at all. So they went for a Spiky Shield. They don't want to be affected by Gunk Shot or maybe like Fake Out Willow, which is nice. I do get a Fake Out basically into the Raging Bolt for free, which is always super ideal here. And now I kind of like this position where I could probably just go for a Terra. I like the idea of going for the Terra Surf. It covers like a lot of switches, especially Incineroar. And then I'm going to Gunk Shot the I don't want to gunk shot. Do I gunk shot the Ogerpon, or do I want to? I think I do gunk shot the Ogerpon here. Like, it's very safe. I don't think there's really much of a punish that they could go for here. So I'm gonna go for the gunk shot into the Ogerpon and surf. Just get that free damage I can get onto the Raging Bolt. It covers Incineroar coming in. There really is not much they could do, so I am very happy about this spot, because if I get rid of that Wellspring Ogerpon, it is really big for my Arcanine. We are going to see the retreat here and going to be out into Fluttermane. Is not going to appreciate a Gunk Shot plus Surf. It probably goes down, so Fluttermane gains sacked. That's a Choice Specs Fluttermane. I absolutely love getting rid of it, especially since I got rid of one of my best switch-ins to Fluttermane, being the Steel type Empoleon for the Terra Fairy. I think this works out pretty well. Let's find out what they click here. If they target the Toxicroak, this is really nice because I do get to heal with the Surf with the Dry Skin. So Gunk Shot does a huge amount of damage. Thunderbolt going to come out from the Terra Electric Raging Bolt. Going to target down the Empoleon, but Empoleon with that Terra Fairy. That's a critical hit. But no poison. Thank goodness. So I am able to get the attack off with the Surf. Goodbye the Fluttermane, and not bad. Not bad of a position at all. Okay. Let's see if it's Roaring Moon coming out, because if it's Roaring Moon, this is where it could get a little bit ugly. If it's Roaring Moon, we have to play... I don't know if it's Roaring Moon in the back. I'm trying to think of, do they go for Thunderclap Acrobatics into the Toxicroak slot? We're going to see the Roaring Moon come out, which is not too surprising here. Acrobatics does so much damage. I think my best place to double swap here, if there's any point to double swap, because I need the Toxicroak alive. So I do want to go Fluttermane for the Empoleon slot, because I think it's the safest, because I think the worst double up that could happen would be into the Toxicroak slot with Acrobatics plus Thunderclap, and me switching an Arcanine here would be the best case for the Toxicroak, so I do think that this is the best one. Unless I go for a knockoff plus Thunderbolt, then it could go pretty bad, but it's not like the worst, I think, because Fluttermane's in. They didn't get a Giant Answer for Roaring Moon, which means I can go for some pressure with like a Will-O-Wisp into the Roaring Moon if they do go for a Giant Answer. I think that's okay. We will bring out our Fluttermane. If they go for knockoff Thunderbolt, I get like Moonblast pressure into the Roaring Moon, and then I bring in Toxicroak again and threaten a Gunk Shot, so I think that's like completely fine. They go for the Thunderclap. I don't know which slot they target, but that works out. And we're going to see Acrobatics. Perfect. So I do think that I don't know if they target the Empoleon slot. I assume it's the double and a Toxicroak, but that works out perfectly right here. And I mean perfectly. Now I can just go for attacks. I think I could just double up the Raging Bolt if I really want to. Or I could target down the Roaring Moon with Moonblast. I do like the idea of Flare Blitzing here. I do like the idea of Flare Blitzing a lot. I think Moonblast is definitely a safe play into the Raging Bolt, and I think, you know what, I am going to double up the Raging Bolt. I think Moonblast plus Flare Blitz is a very safe play overall. Since it's an attack booster Roaring Moon, oh, it looks like they forfeit. I guess they forfeit because they kind of realize, oh, they're in a really rough spot here. If I had Dazzling Gleam, I just win the game with Dazzling Gleam plus Flare Blitz. I sweep the board basically, because the Roaring Moon probably does outspeed the Flutter. Unfortunately, I don't have Dazzling Gleam. I have Taunt instead. If I had Dazzling Gleam, then it was pretty much unwinnable, I think, for the most part. I think I had like very safe win, like a very safe end game position. But because like they could go aggressive that one turn because I can't threaten a double knockout, maybe they could have done something. But yeah, it did not work out well for them. Grimmsnarl, Annihilate, Cresselia, Blood Moon, Ursaluna, Tinglu, and the Raging Bolt. Oh boy, Annihilate. Not super fun to play against. I do have tools though. My Swords Dance Wellspring Ogerpon can actually catch a lot off guard, so I do want to go with the Wellspring Ogerpon. I think Wellspring Ogerpon plus Toxicroak is not a bad option because Fake Out plus the Swords Dance is really strong here. In the back, it's probably Fluttermane, and then as the last, I'd probably say the Empoleon. I'm a little bit concerned though because like Cresselia, I mean, I guess this is it for Rigraff plus the Blood Moon Ursaluna, so it's less threatening in a way, because I guess it doesn't matter in my case. I don't have priority other than Fake Out, but that means I can stall out the Blood Moon Ursaluna turns a bit easier. So I guess I do have that. I do want to bring the Empoleon because type wise Good against Lu, the Grimmsnarl, of course, like Walda Cresselia, pressures the Ursaluna a bit, resists the Hyper Voice. The Hisuian Arcanine, I would really love to burn the Annihilate, but the thing is that Annihilate could be a pain to deal with, so I think a lot of the game is actually going to be on the Swords Dance Wellspring Ogerpon. I think that's like the big factor here in this matchup. Is going to be that Wellspring Ogerpon setting up Swords Dances and hopefully be able to clear some of the board for my other Pokemon in the back to sweep, whether it's an endgame Toxicroak, an endgame Empoleon, or we'll see if Fluttermane can sweep in here. We're gonna see Grimmsnarl and Annihilate, which is not too surprising here. All right, so I do lead the Toxicroak plus the Wellspring Ogerpon. Gonna go for Swords Dance immediately. I'm gonna go for a Fake Out into the Grim. Hopefully it's not Cover Cloak and I'll be fine. And we're gonna go for 2 Swords Dances. I don't know if they went for Reflect or Fake Out. We will never know. Get a Swords Dance up with Ogerpon. And Bulk Up, yep. So we're just trying to get to +6. We'll Swords Dance again. We'll go for a Gunk Shot into the Grimmsnarl. Let's see what they do. Probably Reflect here, I would imagine. I don't know if Gunk Shot will pick up the KO, but hopefully put in range of Bullet Punch. And then afterward, we should be in a pretty set position, I want to say. So here comes Swords Dance number 2. And yeah, right now it's just all about... that's a bad miss, okay. They actually go straight for the Rage Fist, not another Bulk Up, which I'm very surprised about. Okay. I'm gonna go for another Swords Dance. I'm just gonna Gunk Shot. I don't see a reason why. I was surprised they Rage Fist immediately. Not even Drain Punch, just Rage Fist. Or Drain Punch just more. Maybe they expected me to attack here, but I knew Reflect was going up. And there was not really a reason, because I know I can't knock out the Annihilate here. I can't knock out the Annihilate just yet. Oh, they didn't Light Screen. Okay. Again, no Swords Dance up. Gunk Shot gonna come out into the Grimmsnarl. Yeah, it would have been Bullet Punch range. It would have been so much easier. Poison! I don't know if I like that or not. Rage Fist again. Wow, they're really going for the Rage Fist. Spirit Break double up shouldn't KO the Ogerpon. Yeah, nowhere near close. Okay. Perfect. I'll take it. I'm a +6 Ogerpon, so... I guess they're trying to get Raging Bolt. Oh, this is where it gets bad. I would have actually preferred... Okay, this is where it could get bad. Because they can bring a Raging Bolt, click Thunderclap. And that's not good. Oh, they go Cresselia. I don't know why you're going Cresselia, but I'll take it. I'm going to go for Horn Leech to recover the damage. And I guess I'm going to Gunk... I want a Gunk Shot? I guess I could go Empoleon because if they Trick Room, I do get the Surf option. And I'd also really like the damage in the Cresselia. You know what? I'm just going to Horn Leech and I'm going to Gunk Shot. Because I want the recovery with the Ogerpon, which I think is very valuable here. Yeah. Gunk Shot into Cress. Decent damage. A Drain Punch this time around. Okay. And Trick Room. Still trying to figure out how this game's been going, but alright. Rage Fist is still really threatening here. I keep forgetting I don't have Spiky Shield on this, so I can't pivot. Yeah, this is really annoying. I guess I just Ivy Cudgel and yeah, this is where it's not gonna be fun here. I guess I'm gonna go Empoleon for the Toxicroak. If I Gunk Shot, it doesn't matter. They're healing back with Lunar Blessing. I guess it's not awful because they don't have Light Screen up. The fact that Empoleon can actually do something still is pretty big. They go for Lunar Blessing to heal, which is not too surprising. A Drain Punch, okay. Could have went Fluttermane potentially, but I don't think it was worth the trade-off of risking a Rage Fist on that position. I'm gonna go Toxicroak. And I guess we're gonna fire off a Terra Blast because I don't think they would expect a Terra Blast. They could protect here, but I don't know if they will. I'm just gonna fake out the crest. I'm gonna throw out the Terra Blast. This is Choice Specs Terra Fairy Terra Blast. If we could blow up the Annihilate, we'd be in such a good position. So I'm gonna risk it here. Let's see if my risk reward factor is straight, because it really just depends on what the Annihilate does this turn. Do you Terra? Do you go for the offense? Okay, they went for the offense. That's a good start. We fake out the crest. Terra Blast, Terra Fairy, Choice Specs, Empoleon. And we blow up this Annihilate. This is a really strong hit. Oh, that is not near the damage. But they bulked up again? That's so greedy. That's leftovers. Terra Blast is a lot though. And they can't heal with Drain Punch off these Mons. So I'm feeling pretty happy about this turn. I guess the question is, do you protect Annihilate or do you Terra immediately? I kind of want to double up the crest because I have a feeling that Annihilate might protect. They go for Lunar Blessing, expecting me to target down the Annihilate again. They could also just go for the Terra and Lunar Blessing, which also is not a terrible play option either for them. But they did protect, so they could preserve the Terra. All right, the aggression is working out here, okay? As we do Lunar Blessing, okay. And Trigger's getting stalled out, so we do have Fluttermane in the back. Fluttermane's a really big component to my victory here. Terra Blast. Huge damage. Here comes a Gung Shot. We do land. Okay, perfect. Poison? Ooh, good poison. Good poison. Because that will either knock out the Cresselia or put it in Bullet Punch range, which is huge, which means I can deny a Lunar Blessing again. Yeah, that's a good knockout. Okay, so we do get rid of the Cresselia. Huge. I feel like the Annihilate is a Pokemon that has a Terra, but it could be wrong. We're going to see the last one. That's not Raging Bolt. That's Blood Moon Ursaluna. Okay, we're going to Drain Punch to Blood Moon Ursaluna. We're going to go for a Terra Blast, I guess, into Annihilate, because Annihilate can knock out either one of my Pokemon with Rage Fist at this point, even if I don't hit into it. So might as well get the damage to put it in range of Fluttermane. I think they could probably score a double knockout. I don't know if Earth Power will knock out Toxicroak. Blood Moon would probably KO the Empoleon easily. We're going to see a Terra finally be dished out here. Going to be the Annihilate. So it's not Terra Normal, Terra... Oh, Terra Fire. Okay. That actually is concerning. Because I don't know if Fluttermane Shadow Ball will be enough. We'll find out, I guess. Hyper Voice, so they're not getting a knockout. So we Terra Blast into the Annihilate. Decent chip. They Rage Fist Empoleon though. Wait, I think that should let me win the game because Empoleon goes down. I get Fluttermane in. Drain Punch gonna heal back for the Blood Moon. And then I think I'm sold here. Drain Punch. Oh, that does nothing. Wait, that did nothing. Reflect, I guess, is going crazy still. Okay. Oh boy. All right. Still a close game. Still a close game. We'll go out into our Fluttermane. I guess the question is, does Annihilate protect? Because I might have to read it here. I feel like if you're ever going to attack a Pokemon, though, it's most likely Fluttermane. So you know what? I'm going to Drain Punch the Blood Moon Ursaluna and protect the Fluttermane. Because I want to scout for an Annihilate Protect, and like maybe they go for a Blood Moon here into the Fluttermane. Let's see. No, they didn't protect. Okay, who did he target? Because this target's huge. As we Drain Punch, get some recovery. Maybe we'll live another attack for Blood Moon Ursaluna. They did Rage Fist into the Fluttermane. That's good. Okay. We did Blood Moon target. They did Blood Moon the Fluttermane. Okay, they did suspect that the Fluttermane was the biggest threat because Annihilate does technically beat the Toxicroak. I was thinking maybe Gunk Shot plus Shadow Ball could probably KO the Annihilate there, but Don't have to risk it anymore. Reflector is off too, which is the perfect timing because I should be able to eliminate the Annihilate now. And I think I will double up the Annihilate slot. Let's see, it's +2, right? Yeah, it's only +2. Drain Punch into Shadow Ball should easily KO the Annihilate, and they can't use Blood Moon with the Blood Moon Ursaluna anymore, so Flutter Mane is safe for this turn, barring any crits. Although Drain Punch is still chaos. Okay, I was like, there's no way you live to Drain Punch, even at +2, that low. All right. So a little bit, I mean, I guess I did get unlucky at the beginning of the turn. So I think like if I got the Gug Shot off and didn't get the poison, I could have Bullet Punched and been able to do a lot. That Earth Power just Oko Toxicroak. Wow. So if they actually did KO Toxicroak, they would have actually been able to win the game. But because they were so threatened by the Flutter Mane, they kind of tunnel vision into the Flutter Mane slots. So yeah, I mean, that turn I think was fair because Toxicroak wasn't getting knockout on either of those Pokemon. So I felt like it was pretty much safe to attack with the Toxicroak. But if they did read that Protect, it could have been a whole different story. But able to thankfully come out on top. I think I could have been in a lot safer position with Ogerpon though, without the Gug Shot miss early, because I could have Bullet Punched the Grimmsnarl and then the Ogerpon would have taken the Spear Break damage, and then Ivy Cudgel could have actually threatened knockouts, and I would have had to Horn Leech instead. But still a pretty solid game regardless. Blood Moon Ursaluna, Incineroar, Farigiraf, Flutter Mane, Ogerpon, Wellspring, and Smeargle. Smeargle's the outlier here. Otherwise, everything else you could totally get. I think I'm gonna do... This is gonna be a weird, interesting game right here. I do actually like Flutter Mane. I think Flutter Mane's really good with Empoleon lead-wise. I think it's really tough for my opponent to maneuver. Back Pokemon. I want to say... Am I gonna Terra? I think it's Salamence as a switch, but I'm not too sure. Like, there's a few ways I could definitely see some really good maneuvering here. I don't know if I want to bring the Toxicroak. It's not bad in the matchup, but it might be... I'm not super weak to Flutter with what I'm bringing, but it might still be worth it. Or do I want Salamence? I feel like they're gonna Hyper Voice more than Earth Power. And I guess I do have a switch into Earth Power in the Wellspring. So you know what? Let's forgo the Salamence. Let's bring Toxicroak and Wellspring Ogerpon in the back. I'm hoping that Taunt on Flutter Mane can go really crazy here. Maybe catch them off guard because I could Taunt a Farigiraf, prevent Tricker from going up. And then the Empoleon can do a lot of damage to them. And I mean a lot of damage. So we'll see what they lead. I don't think they're leading Incineroar. If they lead Incineroar, I would be celebrating, but we'll find out. It's going to be Smeargle, Blood Moon, Ursaluna. Not a lead I would have expected at all. Okay. Okay. I don't think you're going to Spore turn one. I think you're going to Fake Out. This is such a weird lead position. I don't want to go for the Surf immediately, because I don't know if they're going to Earth Power. I feel like Fake Out Blood Moon would make a lot of sense here, but let's try it. I'm going to Surf and I'm going to Protect. We are going to see a Terra come out for my opponent, which I'm not too surprised about. Going to be the Terra normal. I wonder if they are going to go for Blood Moon. Let's see. We will protect our Flutter Mane. Take out. There's no way. Unless I expect a Dazzle, I guess. I did go for the Surf. Maybe they expected the Surf strat. I'm not sure. Let's see who they targeted with the Blood Moon, because this could be... Hopefully it's Blood Moon here. Are you Blood Mooning? Okay, that's good. That's good. Moody, defense, thankfully not speed. They got speed drop, which is actually good for me. Okay. I'm gonna taunt the Smeargle. And I think I'm just gonna go Wellspring. Harden and Wellspring seems really solid to me. The reason I want to go Wellspring is because I don't know if they're gonna Earth Power or Hyper Voice. I think Wellspring's probably a good mid ground here. Taunting the Smeargle, so can't go for Spore, can't go for a Follow Me, Wide Guard, whatever it wants to do the following turn. because Smeargle could theoretically go for Instruct as well. There's so many moves that Smeargle could access here. Taunt will actually come in handy unless this is some random mental of Smeargle. Bring out the Ogerpon. They do Wide Guard again, so good fan did stay in with Empoleon. This might be Hyper Voice, but that's okay if it is. Taunt. And let's see what they do here with the Blood Moon. Gonna be the Hyper Voice, which is not too surprising. Okay. Yeah, we take a lot of damage, but it's very manageable. Special attack boost and special defense. Okay. We're gonna go for a Moonblast, and we're gonna go hard back into Empoleon, I think. Because actually, the Smeargle's probably faster than my Ogerpon, so they probably switch out first. But all right, the Smeargle. Oh no, because of the speed drop. No, yeah, this is why. So I guarantee get the Empoleon in. Maybe Incineroar comes in here, or the Intimidate, I would say, is like a very likely option. Or Wellspring Ogerpon works too. They protect, which is safe. Okay. I have a few options. I kind of like just going straight for the Moonblast damage. Just double follow me actually with Blood Moon. It's just really weird because the only spread move I have is Surf. But it's not too awful. I'm gonna go for a Moonblast, and I think I'm gonna just throw off a Flash Cannon. If they want to go for follow me, so be it. Fortunately, I do not have... Oh, they switch out actually. Okay. Is this Smeargle? I'll take it. Getting rid of Smeargle is not a bad pick. So it looks like they're just trying to get rid of the Flutter, which makes sense. But getting rid of Smeargle is not awful. It's not great though. Hornleech gets rid of the Flutter. I think like the only thing is I would have liked to Moonblast into the Ogerpon earlier, reading the Protect. I thought the Protect was really obvious, but I really did not want to risk them attacking that turn. Flash Cannon gonna eliminate Smeargle. So we do have some things kind of working out. We will go out into our Toxicroak. And that's going to be the Blood Moon back in. Yep. Making out the Blood Moon and going on an Ogerpon, or do I want a Gung Shot? It really depends on if the Blood Moon goes for Protect or not. I kind of like the idea of just going for a Gung Shot and going for the swap. I guess I could have stayed in with Empoleon. Like, Empoleon's not super threatened here. Maybe I should have stayed in with Empoleon. Empoleon gives me more offensive momentum. But we'll see. I think being able to reset my move is pretty important because I could Surf spam if I get rid of their Ogerpon. They follow me, which is actually... I don't know if this is good or not. We'll find out. I am going for the Gung Shot. I missed. That's so bad. Oh my goodness. Hey, Earth Power. Do I survive? No, I don't. Oh. If I had that Gung Shot, we had a beautiful turn. And I mean beautiful turn. Okay. Empoleon back in. We're gonna Gung Shot and Surf, I guess. Who do I think is in the back? I have no clue at this point. I don't think it's Flutter. You're gonna Protect. I should Gung Shotted the Ogerpon. I'm still gonna throw off Surfs, I think, and Gung Shots into the Blood Moon, because that means Blood Moon is always will always go down, or they have to Protect, which is not bad. And it doesn't matter if I heal the Ogerpon because it's a full. Also covers Incineroar if they ever want to come in. So we will Gung Shot. We will go for a Surf. Ah! That's frustrating. That's frustrating. Follow me. Okay. Hit the Gung Shot this time, Toxicroak. Okay. So we get rid of the Ogerpon. Last Pokemon's going to be so important. And I mean so important. Surf. I have a feeling that this is just an attack into Toxicroak, though. Damage. Wait, they targeted Empoleon. Oh, it could be Incineroar in the bag. If it's Incineroar in the bag. If it's Flutter Mane, I actually think that this is a winnable game. If it's Incineroar, they had to target the Empoleon, which makes more sense. And I don't think I lived to Earth Power if I tear it. I think I would have had to Gunk Shot earlier. Wait. It's a winnable game. A Terrifier. And that Flutter Mane is not a booster energy. So Specs is very likely. Unless you are Trick Room. If you're a Trick Room, I lost anyway, most likely. So it didn't matter. A Terrifier. Oh my goodness. Toxicroak might actually be the best Pokemon. Okay. Do I go for... I should go for multiple bullet punches, I think. Because Gunk Shot and Bullet Punch always KOs Flutterade. Bullet Punch might be a 3 KO. But I don't miss. I'm just gonna Bullet Punch 3 times. Because I could also crit twice. That didn't do that much. A Moonblast. Oh boy. Oh, that looks so close. I actually think that I want to say that Bullet Punch might miss the 3-hit knockout. I'm not really good with my eyes like that, so I think I'm just gonna Gunk Shot and hope that I hit. I guess I could have Bullet Punch as well, go for 1 out of 2 crits, but I do hit the Gunk Shot, so I do win. Oh. Okay. That Blood Moon Ursaluna team was kind of giving me the works. I can't lie. That Blood Moon team was definitely giving me the works. But thankfully, even with the Gunk Shot missed earlier. I think if the Gunk Shot missed earlier, I think like I had this guaranteed sealed. But oh, the fact that Toxicroak was able to come back in that position was actually so huge. They targeted the Empoleon. I don't know if they thought I was a Selvest Empoleon because I had Surf and was like, oh, Specs Flutter Mane can't beat this, so I have to get rid of it. Oh, thank goodness there, because Toxicroak beat the Selvest actually was like the super clutch factor of that match. Okay, Flutter Mane, Chi-Yu, Wellspring Ogerpon, Landorus, Incarnivore, Tornadus, and the Raging Bolt. This matchup seems absolutely horrendous, and I mean horrendous. I don't like the Lando Eye matchup, and yeah, this is not going to be an easy one, I'll tell you that much. I probably need Salamence, which is unfortunate because I don't know if it's even going to be good here. We'll find out. Trying to figure out what I lead here. I think it's probably Toxicroak. Toxicroak is probably really strong here. I'll say Toxicroak plus Flutter Mane is not a terrible lead. I think I need Wellspring Ogerpon so I don't lose the Landorus, and I think I have to save the Terra for it. Which is last Pokemon. Probably Empoleon. Is it Empoleon or is it Salamence? It might be Salamence actually. Because if I can't tear Empoleon, I'm vulnerable to Thunderclap. This matchup just looks really tough. The fact that they have the power of just Landorus be able to do a lot of damage. I don't exactly have a good switch other than Salamence. I mean Ogerpon, I guess, but of course Sludge Bomb is always a factor of Landorus when you gotta account for it. We're gonna see Landorus plus Tornadus, which okay, as I do lead Flutter Mane plus the Toxicroak. We'll see how the game goes. I wonder if they think I have Faint with the Toxicroak, because I don't. I could double up the Torn. I think my safest play is just to fake out the Landorus and just Moonblast immediately the Tornadus slot, and I think I will go for it turn 1. We are going to see a Terra. I don't know if this Terra goes. I don't want to call for Covert Cloak. We're going to see a Terra on the Landorus, which is fine. It is going to be the Terra Poison. All right. So I got to factor in for that. But that means they probably attacked. I wish I faked out Shadow Ball, but this isn't too bad. As I do get a fake out off into the Landorus. They do go for the Tailwind. Perfect. As I do get the Moonblast off into the Torn. That's a really big Moonblast in the Torn. That's some really good chip. Okay. I have a few ways to approach this. Salamence is going to be my switch for Toxicroak because I don't want to take a Bleak Wind. The question is, do I want to protect or do I want to Shadow Ball immediately? I think I'd probably protect. Yeah, I'm going to protect this turn. And the reason I'm going to protect is because if I do go for Shadow Ball, I'm a little bit worried about how much damage I'm taking. And then, well, like 2 Bleak Winds into like whatever they're going with the Landorus, like an Earth Power, target down my Flutter Mane, or where it stands here Storm. Would that be able to put me in range of another Bleak Wind? Because then it's like a, oh, they get 2 Bleak Winds off and a Sludge Bomb and a Salamence the next turn, and I think that's awful. A Sunny Day immediately, which I don't know why. Maybe they're trying to set up for something in the back. Sandstorm Storm is going to come out. Okay. As that doesn't really work for the weather. So I'll take not having Bleak Wind damage. I don't know. They have Taunt. I do think my best play is just to Draco Meteor the heck of this Landorus and Shadow Ball it. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. They do Taunt to prevent Tailwind, which I'm really happy about because I do want to get rid of the Landorus as quick as possible. They Earth Power, so they don't have the chance to miss. Okay, perfect. So I will get rid of the Landorus. Granted, I do take a -2 with my Salamence, but that Landorus was such a huge threat. I will happily take this position of getting rid of that Landorus. So we have a weakened Flutter. That's all we really have. And a taunted -2 Salamence on the board. But I don't think it's a bad position at all. Let's see if Flutter Mane comes in though. It is Flutter Mane, not too surprising. Okay. I think Salamence did the job I needed to do. Literally, Salamence was only there for 1 Pokemon. So I'm going to sack the Salamence here to just go for a Protect with the Flutter. To make sure that I have resources still available. There should be Dazzling Gleam. Yep. I could have Terra'd with the Salamence, but the thing is, I want to save Terra for either Wellspring Ogerpon or the... It might be Ogerpon. I think it is Ogerpon, actually. Yeah, I think it is Ogerpon. I could go Toxicroak and Terra Fire. The problem is Chi's still doing a ton of damage to me. So I think I need to go Wellspring Ogerpon. I have to go for the Terra. And then put the Flutter Mane to range of Bullet Punch, which I think is the goal. Because they don't have Tailwind at the moment, so they have to Tailwind again, most likely. I'm gonna Moonblast a Torn and go for a Horn Leech. Again, we're trying to put the Flutter Mane into range of Bullet Punch, and then hopefully Wellspring Ogerpon can beat the Chi-Yu in the back. It's still a scary position, but it's a winnable one. They do have a play though that I am a little bit concerned about the upcoming turn, which I could see, but we'll have to tread it as we go along. Dazzling Gleam, I'm gonna finish off the Flutter Mane, but we are able to get the Horn Leech off. Looks like they Bleak Winded as well. It looks like, yep. That does so much. Horn Leech. Okay, it is in Bullet Punch range guaranteed, so that's good at least. Okay, we bring out the Toxicroak. I think I have to call whether the Chi is coming in or not, but even then, because I think like a smart play if they know about the Bullet Punch is they switch out Flutter, go out into Chi-Yu and Bleak Wind. I don't think I really have a counterplay. I think I have to hope that they miss Bleak Wind at that point. I'm going for the Bullet Punch. Okay, they stayed in, which is good. So I do get rid of the Flutter Mane, and I'll live Bleak Wind with Toxicroak, and Horn Leech hopefully gets rid of the Torn and I heal back enough. Yeah, that's so much damage. Horn Leech into the Torn, picks up the knockout. Are you Helmet? I don't think you are. I'm pretty sure Helmet would have activated first. Okay. Chi-Yu is in. No. But Sun did fade, so I can knock it out with Ivy Cudgel. If it is, though, we don't know what the last is. Is that Raging Bolt? Oh, that is Raging Bolt. Okay. Okay, if it's not Chiyu, then this is actually really interesting. I guess I could follow me and Drain Punch. I am gonna follow me Drain Punch. I want to say my win con is gonna be the Toxicroak. I can't let Thunderclap happen into the Toxicroak because I think I lose. I don't think they're gonna Terra Fairy this turn at least. So I gotta follow me. Let's see if they Thunderclap or if they Thunderbolted. I'm okay with the Thunderbolt, but then it's gonna get really sketchy upcoming. Great Punch does nothing. Wow, that's bulky. That is bulky. Thunderbolt. I needed the extra chip, it looked like. So a lot of Raging Bolts are Terra Fairy. I don't know what this one's gonna be. I feel could be Terra Electric. Oh wait, they already Terra it, so that's not an option for them. Guess my play is always a Drain Punch then again. Yeah, Drain Punch. Hope that I live a Thunderbolt plus Thunderclap. I think it's the play. So we heal with the Drain Punch. Thunderbolt gonna come out. Oh yeah, no, it's game over. It's game over. I tried. I think this game was winnable though. I had to read whether they Thunderclapped or they Thunderbolted. I was like worried about like if they doubled here. Could have been bad. But I guess I had to go for a Drain Punch the first time plus Ivy Cudgel. And then I had to Gung Shot, and I think that might have been able to do it, if not Bullet Punch, hopefully. But yeah, like, otherwise now I would have had to play without the pair. I would have had to play the Thunderclap game with the Bullet Punch, and I don't know if I'd be able to win that. I probably would say not likely. It's possible, but I think I was losing that game regardless. The turn I went for Follow Me. I guess again, just having to rate Thunderclap versus not, but. Yeah, that one was a pretty tough one, I think, to try to maneuver. I don't think Terra Salamence would have helped either, so I do think like all the calls probably worked out. I just had to couldn't afford to get one turn wrong, I think, and yeah, I got one turn wrong. All right, let's go over the games. In game one, a strong start knocking out the Fluttermane, and then getting into a good spot with a double switch of Hisuian Arcanine and my own Fluttermane allowed me to position to threaten a knockout on the following turn. In game two, taking a bit more damage to the Ogerpon than I expected in the start of the game made things tough, but Empoleon weakened the Annihilate, and with me reading them to focus their attention on Fluttermane, allowed me to get the damage I needed with Toxicroak to set up a win next turn with a double target onto Annihilate, who I noticed just did not want to protect. In game 3, was not expecting the Blood Moon lead, which made things awkward, and the Gung Shot miss did not help either, but my opponent did not respect the Toxicroak in the endgame that was able to sneak the win. In game 4, a close game as the matchup looked rough, but getting the call wrong with the Follow Me costed me as I needed to read if a Thunderclap was coming out or not, as every hit mattered onto the Raging Bolt. Overall, I think the team was really fun. I thought Toxicroak was really impressive, especially into a lot of the Fire Water Grass cores. That Terra Fire, especially into her Shifus, is really nice. And it was pretty fun trying out this Surf Spam team. Although I would say it is not exactly the most dated team because there's a lot of things that have come out that do threaten it. For instance, I do not think this team has a single answer to Iron Crown Entity size spam, but it was really fun to try out. If you would like to check out the details of the team and the creator, there'll be a link in the description down below. But otherwise, you can subscribe to the channel for more VGC content as always.